So happy early St. Patrick's Day, everybody, now that we're
That's
live.
right.
Tim, you never got to tell your story. Like, even when there was the news broadcast for Chicago, you weren't on that. You never really got to tell your story.
Well, my story is really not that different than what my brother has told. I was just sort of a member of the cast of characters along for a very interesting ride as a awkward teenager. Um, but yeah, it's I close my eyes and I can remember it like it was last week.
That's good
Yeah,
because
it was a
no
lot
one
of
else
fun.
can. Everybody else is like, I have no idea.
It's funny. I hadn't really thought about it lately, and then Bob had mentioned. I know he replaced the the jewel, and since the advent of, it's funny. Someone on my daughter mentioned it because she saw someone mention it on TikTok, and she's like, "Dad, you should really jump on this. There's like this whole community out there." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And so that kind of I started scratching away the surface, and only to find, there is a lot of interest. And um, my previous employer, I made the mistake of using it as an icebreaker, and we spent 20 minutes talking about it, and people wanted to know more. And I'm going to go to New York and find this, and I'm just like, I was 15 at the time. I can't help you. I don't think like a 15-year-old most of the time. So,
But you're what, a year and a half younger than Rob?
2 years younger
Two
than
years
Bob.
younger than
Yep.
Rob.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
So,
like,
but yeah, it was a great. It's funny. We believed in it. We never thought it was a hoax. We were really committed to it. We, every lunchtime we pulled out the book, took notes, and then we'd make plans to what are we doing on Saturday, what time, and it's beyond me that no one ever stopped us. Like, here's a bunch of kids walking downtown with a bunch of shovels and pickaxes, and not once did anyone stop to consider that maybe we were up to no good. But different times, I guess, right?
well, how long did you guys work on it? Like, how long was it between the time you got the book and you actually found it?
Well, let me see. He gave it to DJ that Christmas. So December, it was a Christmas present, and we didn't find it till the following summer because then my brother went on vacation. We all went on vacations. I went one way, Bob went another way with a couple of his friends, and then that's kind of when the whole media junket started, and they had to come back for that. And I was on the East Coast, riding bikes with a buddy of mine, and we couldn't get back. But yeah, so it's what is that? It's 8 months ish,
Wow.
something like that. I don't remember the exact month we found it, but it was summerish, early summer.
And I guess you guys didn't work on it like constantly.
I think probably on the weekends. I mean, we were doing school stuff too, so I mean, it wasn't 100% of the time. But and Bob could speak to that better because actually, he and DJ were close. Dave's a year older than me, and he hung out with DJ quite a bit.
Yeah.
And I didn't, only by virtue of my class. He was, just a different friend circle. But at the end of the day, we all kind of grew up in the same neighborhood. So